This is my comic book collection so far. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit more of a show and tell of everything that I have. This is my comic book collection so far. I will just be going over what my comic book collection is, and as you can tell, since my comic book shelf is broken into 12 cubbies, I will go over what books fit into each quadrant, starting with this first one. So the way that my comic book shelves are loosely set up is alphabetical order from A, kind of ascending left to right and going downwards. So that's why you'll see The Authority and Avatar: The Last Airbender comic books in here. Right now I only have 2 of the omnibuses from Avatar, and I didn't know, I started off with the second one, the second story. I guess the first one is The Search. Definitely want to collect it. Some of my friends have this, and it's cool just to talk about it, or since most of my friends and I love the show. This little section right here is part of like the movie universes. So we have both hardcovers of the Batman 89s. These little 3 is from Batman Forever. This little book hiding right here is from The Batman with Robert Pattinson. And then right here I have like the animated universe. Just from like what I was able to collect from stores, and maybe, I think these 2 were from eBay. I got the omnibus right here, tucked away. I don't know if you guys can see. I got a little Nightwing origin story and a little Batgirl adventure, and then the first 3 seasons of like the continuation of the Batman adventures, or The Adventures Continues. These are cool, fun reads. They're kind of retconning some story beats from the animated universe, and for the most part, I think it's really fun and entertaining. Now we got Batgirl. We got her year 1. I got the New 52 volumes 1 and 2. I'm currently reading 3. Trying to collect more of hers. Oh, I guess I do have a Batgirl Rebirth. I got some DC finest of the Batgirls. Cassandra Cain is my favorite Batgirl, just because she's a badass. Right here, with Batman Year 1, is where the beginning of Batman's career is. And I've tried to organize it where we kind of follow him through his career throughout these shelves. He is one of my favorite characters, but he, I would say, has the best storylines. So we got Batman Year 1, I got this DC finest of Year 1 and 2, The Batman Who Laughs. This one is the Brave and the Bold, the winning card. It's like a reimagining of The Batman Who Laughs, which is really cool. Yeah, we just got some classic stories. Batman Year 3, A Lonely Place of Dying. That one, I believe it should be a must-read for all. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Then we got some of the Loeb and Sale stories, starting with Haunted Night, Long Halloween, Dark Victory, The Killing Joke, Death in the Family, Road to No Man's Land, Hush, The Red Hood. I recently got this one. It's just I can't fit it anywhere just yet. Is the War Drums. I got all 3 Grant Morrison's omnibuses, and I even got all 3 of the Nightfall storyline. Fall over here to the third quadrant. This is where we have Batman Battle for the Cowl. One of my favorite stories of all time is Batman the Black Mirror. Dick Grayson takes over as Batman for a bit. Honestly, one of the best stories I've ever read. I got this big all-star Batman, not to be confused with the Frank Miller's all-star Batman. Right here we got Batman New 52, 1 through 10. I got 1 through 9 of Detective Comics Batman. I got 1 through 7 of Batman and Robin. And then we kind of enter the Rebirth era. I got 1 through 9 of the Tom King's run. And then I have 1 through 9. I wonder why 9. I know it goes up to more, but I don't know why I stopped collecting at 9 of the Rebirth. Then I got Chip Zdarsky's Batman. I know a lot of people weren't really the biggest fan of his run of the Batman series, but I actually had pretty fun with it, especially with Failsafe. Then I'm trying to collect some of the Batman Superman's World's Finest. I have Batman and Robin, volumes 1 and 2. One of my favorite characters, definitely my favorite legacy character. We got Batman Beyond. We got Batman Beyond 1 through 3. Then it cuts into the Future's End. And then we got Rebirth. We got the Neo Gothic series. Batman Beyond is so great. I love him a lot. Then we got Batwoman Elegy. It was a good book. The Batman Fortnite one, yeah, that one's a fun read. Imposter, this is a great Black Label. Batman The Last Night on Earth, that's great. Arkham Dreams, I haven't read that one yet. I'm not really too familiar with the Max, so I have all of the collections of the One Bad Day, Batman and Spawn, Reptilian. That one's a cool, interesting read. I got a little bit of a Christmas special with Batman's Santa Claus, The Silent Night, and Silent Night Returns, Batman in the Shadow, and then this little remainder of Quadrant 5 is some of the video games. Some comic books that take place in the video game series from Arkham Asylum tie-in. These are Arkham City tie-ins, Arkham Knight tie-ins, and I even have the one for the Gotham Knights. Now in Quadrant 6, I got a lot of the Batman White Knight series. I personally like them a lot. I think it's really cool, fun reads of them all. I got 1 through 3 of Birds of Prey by Kelly Thompson. She's one of the GOATs that's currently writing. Hoping to collect the 4th one. Even kind of sad that it's not continuing. I got Booster Gold 1 and 2. I'm looking forward to reading that. Now you kind of see some of my Marvel collection. I got Captain America, the Winter Soldier book. I got this Damian Wayne. Daredevil is one of, if not my favorite Marvel character. He's tied up with Spider-Man. I only briefly started the Chip Zdarsky run of it, and oh my god, this is phenomenal. One of my favorites. So according to the comic book community, there's better stories out there. I'm definitely willing to go buy the other books of Daredevil. Speaking of some of the best books I've ever read, the Deceased stories. I have all 5 Deceased books. It is such a cool Elseworld story of letting other characters shine for a bit. The way how they handle zombies, I thought it was great. A must read, for sure. Now, another Elseworld story we got in Quadrant 7 is DC Vampires. I have most of it, haven't gotten everything yet, but so far they are good, entertaining reads. Definitely worth checking out. I got a couple Deadpool, the Deadpool kills the universe. I felt like the quality went down in each one, but they're still fun. I got one Deathstroke, I got one Fantastic Four, a couple Flashes, Ghostmaker. And then one of my favorite DC heroes of all time is Green Arrow. Green Arrow, I would say he's in my top 5 superheroes from DC and very influential in my life, especially the Arrow show. I know the Arrow show is very different than how he is in the comics, but that doesn't bother me. I enjoy for what it was, and it will always have a soft spot in my heart. I have all these Green Arrow stories. I ordered 7 through 9 of the New 52 Green Arrow, so I should be getting those soon. But the first 3 issues were alright, but when Jeff Lemire took over, it was phenomenal, and I'm looking forward to reading the remainder of my Green Arrow. I don't have much Green Lantern stuff, surprisingly. I think I only have 2 books. It was Green Lantern Earth 1, Volume 1, and the Alan Scott Green Lantern. And I want to read them before the Lantern show shows up, so luckily I got a little bit of time. It should come out this year. I got The Human Target, both book 1 and 2. Very cool read. I definitely liked it. The artwork is great. Story is pretty good. Worth checking out. I got Hawkeye by Matt Fraction. I haven't read that book yet, but I'm curious to see how it is. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of the Injustice series because of its depiction of Superman and even Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is totally not like how she would be, but I do think that they're fun reads, and I love the video games. I have a couple indie comic books, especially from Brent Trace Sands from TikTok. I kept getting his videos on my feed, his Impound series. I kept getting his Impound series and his own TikToks on my For You page, and you know what? I gave it a shot, and they are very good. I think they're definitely worth reading. I got a couple Joker stories. I surprisingly don't have that much Justice League stories. Eventually, I'm going to change that. I forgot I even had the Night Terrors. Luthor. This is actually my first comic book that I ever got. I told myself that if I wanted to start a collection, I needed to be completely wowed by a story. And who else better to wow me than the unexpected Clown Prince of Crime Joker? And honestly, that story was great and worth getting. Mr. Miracle. Tom King's Mr. Miracle is like tied up there with one of my favorite stories of all time, with the Black Mirror with Nightwing, or not Nightwing, sorry, Dick Grayson as Batman. Super cool read. I got the deluxe edition. Definitely worth checking out. I have one Moon Knight You're probably wondering, oh, who's Justin's favorite superhero? He's got Daredevil seems pretty up there. He's got a lot of Green Arrow. He's got a lot of Batman. But no, of course, it's yo boy, Nightwing. I have almost everything that I see on like the perfect Nightwing reading order, except for his compendium number 3. I would go after this one. I even just got his Nightwing Death Traps, which is his DC All-In volume number 2. It just can't fit right there. It's just like Nightwing's butt. The collection I have of his is thick.
What?
I got a couple Red Hood stories. I definitely want to get more into him. I got Red Hood The Lost Days. I got Red Hood The Hill. I just finished reading Red Hood and the Outlaws volume 1 of his omnibus. It was very good, fun read, and this definitely made me want to read more of his stories. Seems like an underrated character, even though I feel like I'm going to get disappointed from what everybody says on TikTok. I got a couple Spider-Man stories with his Ultimate run. I'm missing the last volume. I'm sad that it's ending, but so far I've been enjoying it. Easily my favorite Spider-Man story, Kraven the Last Hunt. Iconic. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you have to read this. It is a must. A fairly new one, I got Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood. Super cool read. Very fun. I got Superhero Static Shock, Season 1. Great read. Love it a lot. I'm missing volume 3 of the New 52 Suicide Squad. I got this Peacemaker one. I got some Superman stories. At first, Superman, I thought it wasn't going to be cool reads because I felt like Superman was a very white bread kind of character. But he has some of the best stories I've ever read. Don't sleep on Superman. I have quite a few different Superman origin stories, from Birthright, Secret Origin, Year One. They're all great. Do not sleep on Superman. They are phenomenal. One of my favorite stories that I've ever read was Superman for All Seasons. It is perfect. Superman Red and Blue. Nice little stories that just tell you who Superman really is. All-Star Superman, obviously, is a big influence on the new David Cornsweet, James Gunn movie. And then speaking of those movies, I got Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This is a must-read. I'm going to reread it again before the new movie comes out. Now we're down to our last two quadrants. Superman kind of continues. I got Superman Smashes the Klan. I got Superman when it's Connor Kent. One of my favorite indie series is Something is Killing the Children. I got Something is Killing the Children 1 through 8 and House of Slaughter number 1. I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin, and The Last Ronin Lost Years. I'm trying to get that other book, the Revolution one, whatever it's called. I got some Teen Titan books. Teen Titans is honestly one of my favorite superhero teams of all time. I just love their chemistry. I feel like they're more friendly. I mean, if you couldn't really tell from reading and watching the shows, their relationships are so far better than the characters in the Justice League. I feel like the Justice League, they want to be best friends, but they get in their own way. Whereas the Teen Titans, they're not afraid of saying what's on their mind. Sometimes they're too honest. But Titans are awesome. I love reading it. We got V for Vendetta. I should be having more Wonder Woman stories. Like, really, the only Wonder Woman story that I have is Earth 1. And to be honest, that book is like a straight up solid 7 out of 10. And then I got Zatanna here. And with my last quadrant, I have basically these books that are just kind of way too big to fit, because each quadrant, they're all different, varying from different sizes. But I got Batman Arkham Asylum, the book that inspired the video game, Batman and the Joker, Batman Elmer Fudd, Batman Earth 1 volumes 1 through 3, The Batman Who Laughs, The Black Mask Rising. This one was, I won this in a Black Friday giveaway, so I don't know what I'm going to really do with it, but appreciate it though. Something cool that I won. These were my dad's comic books of the Conan saga. Yeah, you can tell that they're like older and made out of paper. I do think it's pretty cool that my dad was able to hold on to them and gave them to me. I hope one day I can show like my nieces and nephews and maybe even my future kids like this type of comic book. One of my last comic books that I have, DC Black Label, Batman One Dark Knight. Such a crazy story, written and drawn by Jock Jock's artwork is amazing. Highly recommend it. Thank you everyone for listening to me yap about my collection. My collection is not perfect, but it will be there soon and with time. So I appreciate you guys listening to me yap. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out, Tupac.